Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a very special episode of Easy Buckets. How are you guys doing today? Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. In today's video, I got something that I guarantee you guys are going to love, especially if you're a big Lakers fan. We just got some crazy news today that apparently Demar Derozan and Kyle Lowry both want to team up. They want to reunite and play for the Lakers. This is incredible news. Over the past few days, the Lakers have been very vocal saying they want a third superstar, but this scenario gives them not just a third, it gives them a fourth superstar as well. So if you're a big Lakers fan and want to know how Lowry and Derozan could be in the purple and gold, you're gonna love this. But quickly before I get on with the video, I just want to say if you're new to the channel and you love basketball, welcome to Easy Buckets. My name is Soom and I make basketball videos every single day. So be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on post notifications to not miss any of my upcoming videos. If you watched this video and you loved it, be sure to smash that thumbs up button. I would really appreciate it. It would help out the channel a lot. But without wasting any more time, let's talk about Kyle Lowry and Derozan to the Lakers. With the NBA Finals being officially over, the Lakers are expected to be one of the busiest teams in the offseason. The Lakers lost this year in the first round of the playoffs. The Lakers still have the mentality of win now, because as long as they have LeBron James on their roster, they don't want to waste any single season. This was the crazy report we just recently got. Demar Derozan, Kyle Lowry reportedly have interest in the Lakers. This was a report by Broderick Turner of the Los Angeles Times, and after this rumor came out, even the Score went on Instagram to post a picture about this topic. Of course, if the Score is gonna post something, every NBA fan is gonna go crazy, and with Laker fans everywhere wanting to see a huge roster upgrade, this is incredible news in the positive. When talking about Demar Derozan and Kyle Lowry, during this offseason, they're both going to be unrestricted free agents. Kyle Lowry is coming off a $30 million deal, while Demar Derozan is coming off a $27 million deal. And from what we are hearing, both players could be wearing a new jersey soon. When talking about Kyle Lowry, Lowry's being linked to the 76ers, he's being linked to the Miami Heat, and ever since the NBA trade deadline, Kyle Lowry has already been linked to the Lakers. During this midseason, the Lakers actually offered a deal to the Raptors to get Kyle Lowry. During this year's NBA trade deadline, there were actually conversations about the Lakers and Raptors getting a trade done. From what we heard, the Lakers were offering up KCP, Kyle Kuzma in exchange for Kyle Lowry, but then the Raptors wanted Talen Horton-Tucker, and the Lakers did not want to give him up, so a deal did not go down. But with Kyle Lowry being a UFA this summer, he can sign with any team that he wants. If Lowry wants to win another NBA championship, going to a championship favorite team might be the best thing for his future. When talking about Demar Derozan, he has been linked to the Lakers for a very long time now. We all know he's from LA, and over the past few seasons, playing on not a competitive team of the Spurs, I want to see Demar Derozan back in a true championship contender. As we speak, I still believe Demar is still in his prime, has a lot to give in the NBA, and maybe being a third scoring option behind LeBron James and Anthony Davis would elevate Derozan, as for one, he's a great scorer, but over the past few seasons, he's gotten better as a playmaker. The Lakers have been looking for a secondary ball handler, especially if Dennis Schroeder leaves. And with Derozan having so many offensive tools, especially in the scoring and playmaking, I do believe it will be a huge upgrade for the Lakers. It would take a lot of pressure off LeBron James to score, and more importantly, have another wing to help on those fast break situations. And with Demar Derozan having 0 NBA championships, I do believe he's going to be locked in to help the Lakers win another one. The craziest thing to note in this report is that both Lowry and Derozan are interested. We all know Derozan and Kyle Lowry are best friends, they have such a strong relationship, and with them both being in the all-star caliber conversation, going to a team that has 2 superstars alongside 2 all-stars, that to me speaks championships. So now the question is, how can the Lakers get both of these players? Is it possible? Is it likely? Is it even realistic? This video is going to be me telling you all the truth. I'm going to keep it real. This scenario is possible. It could happen, but it's not realistic because it's going to have to take a lot from both parties to get a deal done. On the Lakers' perspective, entering this offseason, they don't have a lot of money to spend, which means technically they can pay one of these players, but they can't pay both. I do believe if the Lakers want both of these players, it's gonna have to come down to one player taking a lot less money and then the other player going to the Lakers via a sign and trade. That is the only possible way. From what Turner is saying, he knows a Compton native basketball player who played college basketball at USC, said that Demar Derozan would be willing to accept less money than $27.7 million, which he got paid last year for the Spurs, which means Derozan could take a pay cut. But the question is, how much of a pay cut? We all know Kyle Lowry is older than Demar Derozan, which means if it comes to a pay cut, I would expect Kyle Lowry to be the one to take less. So for this video, I'm going to be talking about the best case scenario for the Lakers for them to actually get these two stars. The first thing they have to do is do a sign and trade for Demar Derozan and the Spurs. Get the Spurs to accept, and then of course offer the best assets possible for the Spurs to accept. The Spurs have been struggling the past few seasons, but I do believe if the Lakers offer this deal in a sign and trade, they could get Demar. It will be the Lakers offering up Dennis Schroeder, Kyle Kuzma, Montrezl Harrell, and the first round pick this year in exchange for Demar Derozan. I believe this trade makes a lot of sense as the Lakers get an all-star shooting guard and the Spurs get a lot of depth to go towards their rebuild. From what Kyle Kuzma is saying, he values himself as the same level as Jason Tatum, and maybe playing for a team like the Spurs, who is rebuilding, can make Kuzma their first scoring option, and then we can see if that's actually possible. Of course, just past mid-season, the Lakers offered Dennis Schroeder a 4-year $85 million deal, which Dennis actually rejected. And because Dennis wants $100 million, maybe giving Dennis $100 million and doing a sign and trade for DeMar would make sense. As for one, DeMar will be getting paid about $25 million, that is less than his $28 million, so he is taking a pay cut. And of course, a sign and trade makes both sides happy. If the Lakers want to get DeMar Derozan, this would be the trade, this would be the scenario. And then when talking about Kyle Lowry, I believe the only way they can get him is by convincing him to take a mid-level exception. I know that's kind of going to be a stretch, but the Lakers have about a $9 million MLE. And if Kyle Lowry really wants a championship, this is the only way he's going to get it. Taking a lot less money and joining a big three of DeMar Derozan, LeBron James, and Anthony Davis. From what we heard so far, Kyle Lowry wants a 3 years plus $60 million deal, and with the Lakers not having that money, he's not going to be in the purple and gold if he wants that. So I do believe a lot of this has to be Kyle Lowry just saying he wants to win a championship and taking a lot less. Of course, as a big Laker fan, I would love to see this happen, but because I do expect Kyle Lowry's value to still be high in the NBA, a lot of teams are going to offer him a lot of money. This is an unrealistic scenario because of that fact. But of course, guys, when talking about the NBA, anything can happen. And if Kyle Lowry one day changes his mind and wants a chip, this is the only likely scenario to make it possible. Imagine the Lakers' new starting lineup if this happens. Kyle Lowry point guard, DeMar Derozan shooting guard, LeBron James small forward, Anthony Davis power forward, and maybe somebody like Andre Drummond, Dwight Howard, and JaVale McGee at the center. I believe this team is going to win the 2002 NBA championship. If you're a big Lakers fan, I want you to know that in the NBA, anything can happen. So don't lose hope. And right now, with them being rumors that Lowry and Derozan want to go to the Lakers, I'm not going to be surprised if it happens. But what's most important to me is I want to know your thoughts. Do you believe DeMar and Derozan are the best targets for the Lakers, or do you believe they should get somebody else? Put your thoughts down in the comments below. But other than that, take it easy, God bless. I'll see you all next time on Easy Buckets. Woo!